Stella, I'll be late again today. You should go to sleep on your own.
You don't want dinner?
No, I said I'll be late, so you should know that.
It's not the first time you didn't eat dinner. Can you come home early at least today?
What? I'm telling you, it's work. I can't. It's not Christmas or New Year's Eve. Why should I go home early?
Today is your mother's birthday, right? Did you forget about that?
Oh, that's right. But what's the point of celebrating moms? She's paralyzed.
What are you talking about? She may be paralyzed, but she's still conscious. You only come home once in a while, and we eat out for dinner all the time, so we rarely spend time together. Have you forgotten about all of that?
I'm busy with work since I'm not a housewife like you. You don't work, so you can just laze around at home.
I got married at 24, and a year later, your mother collapsed. You insisted on me taking care of her. I didn't quit my job to become a housewife.
I just lost my dad, and I couldn't put her in a nursing home. You want me to thank you for that? Let me say it now. Thank you very much, Stella.
Is that what you say to a wife who's been taking care of your mother for 15 years? I'm telling you, I really don't have time to laze around at home. I'm busier every day than I was when I was working. I'm doing all housework and taking care of my mother-in-law. Your mother is a nice person, and I don't mind taking care of her. But to hear you talk to me like that, it's too offensive.
You're annoying. That's why I don't want to go home anymore.
She's your own mother. You should care about her a little. She always worries about you coming home late.
I told you I'm working. Anyway, I'll be home late today. Have a nice birthday party on your own. Bye.
Wait, Louie! Louie, where are you? Your mother has collapsed. She's in critical condition. You need to come to the hospital. The doctor said that she might not survive. Louie, please answer me.
Hey, is my mom okay?
What do you want? You're so late to reply back to me.
I just got to the hospital. Where are you?
Well, I just arrived home.
What? What are you thinking, leaving mom behind?
You're so helpless until the end. Your mother, she died.
You're kidding, right? Why didn't you call me earlier?
I did. Soon after she collapsed. I called you several times and you didn't pick up.
You were supposed to come to me directly and let me know.
How am I supposed to get there if I don't even know where you are? I called the office at one point, but it wasn't the business hours, so no one answered.
I was having dinner with a client outside. Of course, no one would pick up the phone at that hour.
Your mother collapsed at that hour, so I had no choice. Why can't you understand that? If you'd at least told me where you were having a drink, I could have called you.
How dare you talk like that to your husband? I couldn't be there when my mom died.
That's why I called you so many times. Your mother always apologized to me. She said she was sorry for having a son like you.
How could you say that to me when I just lost my mother?
It's true. Your mother treated me as if I were her daughter. That's why I could continue to care for her. It was never for you, and I'm grieving much more. My favorite mother-in-law just passed away, and I couldn't even get her own son to see her for the last time. It's really a pity and pathetic story.
I let you take care of her as long as you wanted. That's what you want, right?
You have no idea how hard it was for me.
You're such a cocky little wife. I've had enough. By the way, I've been looking for a good time to tell you, but it seems that there's no need to be so merciful.
Why now? I don't think it's a good timing.
I'll be honest with you. Today's dinner with client was a lie. I was having an affair.
What?
We've been together for 5 years and she's now pregnant, so I'm divorcing you. Mom died, so you don't have to take care of her anymore. There's no reason for me to keep you at home.
Do you even know what you're talking about?
Of course, yes. And I've always liked my girlfriend better than you.
You let me take care of your mother for 15 years? How dare you cheated on me?
You don't wear makeup all the time. You dress inappropriately. You don't even go to the hairdresser. How can I regard you as a woman if you're like that?
I was taking care of you every day, doing the housework. There's no way I have time to do those things.
That's just an excuse. You're not even doing what you should do as a wife.
I was so busy all the time. Your mother couldn't even go to the bathroom by herself. When I asked for a home visit nurse, you wouldn't let me.
Well, I can't leave my mother in someone else's hands.
I didn't even get that much time to myself.
You are my wife, so it's your job to take care of your husband's mother. You should have done other necessary things like dressing properly and put some makeup. Anyway, I'm finally having a child. I couldn't have done it with you.
We talked about not being able to have kids together, didn't we? We both agreed that we'd have a good time as a couple, even if we don't have kids.
I don't remember talking about that at all. I don't want a wife I can't even look at as a woman, let alone have kids with her. I'd rather you thank me for keeping you at home all this time.
It's a little too much, don't you think? Your mother just passed away.
Maybe it's your fault that Mom died so quickly. If only you'd been a more devoted caregiver, things might have been different. I think you put something you shouldn't into Mom's food. You didn't take care of her properly on purpose, did you?
I wouldn't have done that. I took care of your mother with all my heart, and she always thanked me for that. And yet, you cheated on me, and to top it off, you had a child with your girlfriend. That's too much to bear.
I'm the poorest of the poor for getting married to a woman who can't have children. The only thing I could do was to have you take care of Mom. But that's over now.
So that's what you really wanted?
Yes, that's right. My girlfriend is about to go into her last month of pregnancy. So you should get the hell out of my life.
You're such a jerk.
I knew you'd be insistent, so I'll pay you what you want.
I'll even file an alimony suit against your girlfriend.
That's also factored in. I'll pay her alimony too. I'll give you my savings. I get to spend time with my kids and my lovely wife. It's a small price to pay for what's to come. Now you're happy, aren't you? I'll give you the money, so just give up and divorce me.
I'm stunned. How dare you tell me about the future with your girlfriend on the day your mother died? That's enough. I'll divorce you.
Glad to hear that. I'm going to have a baby anyway. Since I'm a kind man, I'll give you a month to pack your bags and leave.
You're going to live in the house we used to live in?
Well, it's my parents' house. Her place is a small apartment, and that's the plan. Anyway, you have 1 month, and write the divorce papers right away.
I don't have the energy to talk to you anymore, but I'm divorcing you, so feel free to do what you want to do. I'll move out of the house as you wish.
Hey, what's going on? Pick up the phone.
I'm busy right now. What do you want?
What is it? My stuff is being moved into the apartment. I know you did that.
Yeah, I went out of my way to deliver the furniture and stuff you bought.
Don't be selfish. I told you to get out. We're going to live in that house.
I left, just like you wanted me to, okay?
You harassed me. You're just going to make us have more stuff to move.
I don't think so. I'm selling the house. I was just helping you to move your things out.
Huh? What are you talking about? It's my parents' house. They There's no way you can sell it without my permission.
It's my house.
Oh, come on. Have you finally lost your mind?
No, it's in my name.
That can't be true. I grew up in that house since I was a kid. It's my parents' house, so it's legitimately my house.
Your mother gave it to me as a gift before she died, so it's mine.
A gift? That's not what I heard.
Your mother always said that she was sorry to have raised you to be such a terrible son. She said you never cared about your wife and your mother.
So what?
She told me that she no longer had a son, that I was her only daughter. That's why she gave me the house, all of the property, everything.
I didn't know about that.
You didn't even listen to me. She even wrote an authorized will, so the house is officially in my name.
Wait a minute. What about the money Mom left you? There must have been quite a bit.
She left it all to me in her will. She thanked me for taking care of her and said how lucky she was to have a daughter like me.
You're lying! Are you telling me that I won't get a penny? I'm her own son!
The will was authorized, so there's nothing we could do about it. That's why the house is mine. You have no right to live there.
This is a scam! You deceived my mother! That's not valid!
Stop talking nonsense, Louis.
You took care of her just for money. You're a hell of a woman.
You're a scumbag in every way. You didn't even take care of your mother. Even on the day your mother died, you were out on a date with your girlfriend and came home in the morning.
That's none of your business. Why should I give my house to you, a stranger?
I'm not a stranger to your mother. She adopted me, so I'm her daughter.
Adoption? You didn't tell me that either.
I don't have parents, and I think of your mother as if she were my own mother.
Stop kidding me. That's all null and void too.
What are you talking about? It's already been processed. It can't be invalid. Everything is officially documented.
Are you sure that house is in your name too?
I'm telling you, it is. If you doubt me, why don't you check the registry? Well, I think you're wasting your time.
If that's what's going on, I wouldn't have given you alimony or even my savings. I gave you the money because I felt sorry for you, that you wouldn't get the house or the inheritance. If that's the case, then give it all back to me.
Alimony? You mean the $3,000 that were wired to me?
That's right. We transferred the money to you.
If you're just thanking me for not charging more of the amount you transferred, I can understand that. But to ask me to return that to you is a different case. Are you stupid?
What?
If I demanded alimony from you two, there's no way you can get away with only $3,000. You cheated on me while I was taking care of your mother. And because you have a child outside marriage, you're divorcing me. What you're doing is disgusting.
I know that you're just upset that I divorced you. Anyway, pay it all back to me.
You idiot! I could sue you right away. I can get a lawyer and charge you the right amount. At the very least, it's going to be over $1 million.
Nah, you're just trying to threaten me and my girlfriend.
I don't want any part of this anymore, so I'm selling the house and not suing you for alimony. You should just give up and don't contact me anymore.
We just had a baby. We're going to spend time together as a family.
Happiness awaits us, right? You said it yourself. It's a small price to pay.
I have a happiness that you can't have, even if it took you your whole life. Spend the rest of your life alone and lonely at best.
You were pathetic, so I didn't tell you the truth. Don't you remember when you had your fertility test?
Huh? What's all this talk about now? The results showed that you're the main cause that we couldn't have kids. What's the point of talking about it now? Don't tell me you want me to feel sorry for you.
Huh? Are you serious? You don't even remember the result correctly? The test showed that you were infertile.
No kidding. Is this some kind of joke?
Seems that you have replaced the memory with your own convenient memory after all this time. You're azoospermic.
No, it can't be true. I don't believe you. I'm a good man, unlike you who doesn't even know how to behave like a good woman.
I really feel sorry for you. I've been saving the results of your diagnosis for a long time. You're the reason we're not able to have kids. So we talked about it, and we decided to spend time together as a couple, since having kids isn't the most important thing in marriage. I was okay with that, but
Oh, now I remember.
right after that, your mother collapsed, and I was busy since I needed to take care of her. I didn't expect you to have such a twisted memory.
Then why did my girlfriend get pregnant? So the test result must be mistaken. It wasn't me that caused it. It was you.
I can't believe how stupid you are. I recommend you to have a DNA test for your unborn child. Oh, but if you have happy days ahead of you, maybe it's too much. Anyway, it's none of my business, and I wish you all the best.
Stella, I got divorced.
Didn't I tell you not to contact me?
Listen, after all that, I did the DNA test on the baby like you told me to.
I'm not interested in that at all.
Don't say that. What do you think the results were?
I can imagine.
99.9% not my child.
Well, that's too bad. It's so predictable. I don't feel anything.
My second wife, she had another man, and she was married too. She's the worst kind of woman. I was so screwed over.
And what does this have to do with me?
I did everything wrong. I left everything to you and said terrible things. You were beautiful even without makeup and also a great cook. I was missing out on true happiness.
You divorced me because you said you'd be happy with your second wife.
It was all wrong. I realized it. The one I loved the most was you, Stella.
Even if you say you just realized it now.
You smiled at me and said you didn't care if we couldn't have kids together. You adored my mother and cared for me. That's right. You were my true destiny.
Can you stop talking to me like that? It's disgusting.
So, let's start over, Stella.
Absolutely not. It's impossible. That's all.
Don't be so cold. You were adopted by my mother, weren't you? Isn't that because you wanted to stay connected to me even if we get divorced? Wouldn't you be happy if you could be married to me again?
How can you think so positively after what we've been through?
Let's build a house on the land where we used to live again, and you can be the owner of it.
Oh, I've already sold the land too.
You really sold all of it? Why did you do that?
I've told you I'll sell it, haven't I? Anyway, can we finish this conversation?
Never mind then. I don't care where I'll be living because I love you.
I know you don't see me as a woman because I don't see you as a man either.
But you still love me, don't you?
What? I hate you so much. My ex-husband who just decided to get married to his girlfriend right after his mother passed away. There's no way I can love a man like him. My feelings toward you have cooled down to the freezing point. So please don't contact me again.
Don't be so cold to me. I'll wait for you.
You don't have to wait for me. I'll block your number and buy a new phone.
Please, give me a chance. You were the best that ever happened to my life.
I'm enjoying my new happy life, so please don't contact me again. Well then, goodbye.
Forgive me, Stella.
My ex-husband was looking for my whereabouts for a while, but he didn't have a clue. He gave up and registered with a marriage counselor, but he was rejected because he was divorced and unable to have children. He is still spending his time alone. Since then, I met a kind man who accepted me after knowing everything about me. I got remarried and blessed with a child. In the end, my ex-husband lost everything, and ironically, I'm now living happily with my child and new husband.
You're no longer of any use to me. You guys are divorced, so you don't have to come back.
What? I don't remember signing any papers.
Oh, that's okay. I wrote them for you.
That's a crime, Samantha.
Don't talk nonsense. If you keep it secret, they wouldn't find out.
Well, I don't want to start over with Peter now, so that's fine.
Anyway, you're free, so go wherever you want.
I am locked out of the house when I was sent shopping, and I don't have my belongings. I can't go anywhere.
That's why I gave you a luggage full of your stuff when you came back. That should be enough. I'm so thoughtful. I'll send you the rest of your stuff. Call me when you decide where you're going.
Then I'll call you when I decide. Don't throw them away.
It's in the way, so you have 3 days to decide. Otherwise, I'll get rid of it.
What? You suddenly and unreasonably kicked me out. I can't decide that easily.
Kicked you out? That's not appropriate word. You left, right?
Me? Well, it's very common for wives to leave when their husbands cheat on them.
A husband cheating on his wife is the wife's responsibility. You also have some problems too, you know. And yet, you don't even show any apology. Only blaming your husband? You have no common sense at all. I feel sorry for Peter.
I mean, we've been married for 2 years, and he's been cheating on me for 3 years. This is insane.
I originally preferred Amy to you as a wife. She's young and pretty. I wonder why he chose you. You most likely threatened him, didn't you? What kind of tricks did you use?
Don't talk nonsense. I didn't threaten him.
It's no use saying this, but you're too tall and intimidating. I was hoping you'd have a baby soon, since you have a healthy body, but you never got pregnant. I'm very disappointed.
Because I can't do it without Peter's cooperation.
Oh? Why?
He comes home late every day and goes to bed as soon as he gets home. It's impossible to have a baby.
How can you say that? It's because you're not attractive. But thanks to Amy, we have a baby, so it doesn't matter anymore. She's going to have a baby next month. I'm so excited.
Fine. After I decide where to move and settle down, I'll file a claim for compensation. Please be prepared.
Huh? What are you talking about? Why should we pay compensation? I'm the one who wants to receive it.
It was Peter who cheated on me, and I was kicked out of the house for no reason. I have the right to ask, right? Why do I have to pay?
It's your fault. You didn't do your best for Peter, and you couldn't have a baby. It's all your fault. The new wife is pregnant, so you do the housework here. You're my son's ex-wife.
Oh, are you sure?
Of course.
When that baby is born, you'll land in hell twice.
What?
I'm Kelly. I married Peter 2 years ago and moved in with my parents-in-law. Soon after that, my mother-in-law Samantha started to bully me. My husband Peter hates trouble and pretends he doesn't see anything. He never helps me. The father-in-law was the only one who was kind to me, but he was weak and couldn't control Samantha. Then I found out that Peter was cheating on me. Peter and Samantha teamed up to get rid of me. I was relieved to be kicked out of the house, since staying in that house every day was very stressful for me. Samantha, I gave you my address, but why haven't you sent me any packages? I need to start my life, so I need you to hurry up.
You're right.
Hey, please send it as soon as possible.
Well, I'll forgive you, so come back.
What? What do you mean?
Your stuff is here, so it's perfect. I'm telling you that you can come back.
I can come back? Did you hit your head?
What are you talking about? I'm telling you to come back, and I'll forgive you.
You don't have to forgive me. I'm not going back. I don't even want to go back.
Don't say that. I'm having a hard time finding someone to clean up.
Oh, you all left the concept of cleaning behind somewhere. So you're saying I'm a housekeeper?
And
what? There's more?
my husband fell down the stairs and broke his arm. He's bedridden. He's so big, and it's hard to take him to the bathroom.
What? He is? I'm worried about him, but...
I can't take care of him by myself.
You don't need to bother asking me, do you? You have a new wife, Amy.
She has a precious heir in her belly. She's going to give birth soon. I can't force her to do it. Besides, my husband liked you. I'm sure he'll be glad to have you here.
Yes, he was the only one who was like a god in that awful family.
Yes, show your appreciation. You'll pay him back, right? You can't waste his kindness.
I don't want to be told by you.
My husband is crying because he misses you so much.
Fine, but I'm not moving in. I'll help him until he can walk again. Don't ever forget that.
That's my girl, Kelly. Then I'll leave him to you. Now I can go back to hula dancing.
What? You're not going to take care of him? He's your own husband, you know.
He has you.
I'm not your family, remember?
Whatever. Well, come from today.
I had no choice but to go back to her house. I was surprised to see the room after a long time. No one has cleaned anywhere, and it was a mess. Samantha was still pushing me to do all the housework. As you can imagine, I worked like a housekeeper. And while I was taking care of my father-in-law, I was also busy packing my own belongings and sending them to the new house. But actually, in the meantime, I was preparing to take my revenge on Samantha. And after about 2 weeks, he got better, so I moved back to my own house.
What should I do, Kelly? I need your help.
Excuse me? I've already finished hearing your request.
Don't say that. Amy's baby is born.
Oh, that's great. Now you have an heir. Congratulations.
About that...
Huh?
He's white and has double blonde hair and blue eyes. No matter how you look at him, he's not Peter's child. Anyone can tell.
Peter is black and he has a white baby? How funny.
What's happening?
I knew this was going to happen.
Huh? What do you mean?
I did research once because you told me so many times to have a baby. Then I found out that the reason why I couldn't have a baby was not me, but Peter.
That's a lie.
I told him already, but he got panicked and didn't believe me. So I guess he conveniently deleted it from his memory. I should have taken him to the hospital at that time.
Then who is the father?
There's no way I would know. Ask her. I have nothing to do with it.
No, you're his wife.
What are you talking about? Huh, Samantha? You're the one who dragged me down from that position.
How rude. I'll forgive you, so be his wife again.
Sure.
Oh, you're so obedient. Wonderful. Then come back now.
You thought I would really say that? That will never happen.
Shut up. Obey the elders.
No, I completely refuse.
What did you say, you bitch? It got you into this mess because you're cocky like that.
Samantha, worry about yourself.
What do you mean?
Your husband won't come back.
What?
I'm surprised you haven't noticed. Of course, all of his stuff is gone.
What? What do you mean?
He asked me for help because he wants to divorce you.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying. While I sent my stuff, I found a room for him and he moved in.
That's not... No! I noticed the house was really clean.
You don't notice it if it's dirty? I also filed for divorce. Be thankful that I saved your time.
What? I didn't sign the papers. You wrote them? I'll sue you.
You have the right to say that. You're the one forging private documents.
Shut up!
I can report it to the police, you know. Then you'll be accused.
Don't call a cop.
It's up to you. But this time, it was signed by you.
That's absolutely not true.
I lost my words when I heard that you used all the retirement money to play games without telling your husband.
That's...
He told me that he made you sign the papers at that time.
Ugh.
You finally transformed into a monster.
Shut up!
This is a message from him. To Samantha, who has done something stupid again. I'll never see you again. Goodbye. Don't ever reach me again.
Oh no! Hey! I can't call my husband! How could you?
He wants you to talk to a lawyer from now on.
No! I don't want to get divorced! I didn't mean it!
I would like to ask you the same. Please talk to a lawyer. You have a claim for compensation and property division.
Don't be selfish! No compensation, no property division!
Then I'll call the police.
Okay, I'll figure it out. But without my husband, I have no money.
If Peter pays the compensation, he won't have any money too.
Please, can you persuade my husband? And Kelly, marry Peter again.
I would never do that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so harsh on you. Let's have a good relationship from now on. I need you as his wife.
Please get along with Amy, not me.
I can't. She cheated on him and she can't do any housework.
Then she's just like you. You all will get along. That's great.
I can't live like this. I don't want to live in a garbage. Kelly, do something, please.
After that, since Samantha has already turned in the birth certificate, the white baby has become the heir. They are now living in a dirty house where no one does housework, cursing each other. The day when that house will be swallowed up into the black hole will not be far off. They deserve it. My ex-father-in-law, who used to be physically weak, suddenly got better after escaping from Samantha. I sometimes go shopping with him, and we still have a good relationship. Now that I am free, I have resumed my job, and I'm enjoying my life. Hey, you thief! What? How could you steal someone's husband? I'll never forgive you. Huh? What are you talking about? You're the one who should be guilty. I'm different from you. When you say husband, you mean Daniel? The man you stole from me, right? I didn't steal. He loved me. Huh? Besides, you guys weren't married. But we are married. The fact you stole a man doesn't change. It doesn't matter if we were married or not. It does! Don't be silly. Give me back my husband. I really have no idea. Stop making weird accusations. Stop lying to me. I know you've been in touch with him. You can't hide it from me. He sends me messages, but I don't respond to them. If you look at his phone, you'll see what I mean. There's no way he would cheat on me like that. You're the one flirting with him. I can tell. You married him after cheating on me, right? How can you say that he wouldn't cheat on you? After all, he'll repeat the same thing over and over again.
The reason you were cheated on is because you weren't attractive enough. But I have all three qualities: sexiness, cuteness, and beauty. Not only him, but no one would cheat on me. Don't make fun of me. Well, then do as you like. Don't contact Daniel ever again. Do you understand? Will do, even if you don't tell me. Hey, you never learn, do you? Excuse me? I told you not to contact him, but you did. Give me a break. No, I didn't. I'm not lying. I don't want to talk to him. I saw your name on his phone. Can you explain it? I have no idea. Isn't he the one who's sending messages? I blocked him after you told me, so I don't know. Maybe that's true about the message, but that's not the only way to get in touch with him. What? You're using another app to reach him anyway, right? No, I'm not. You're so persistent. I'm not interested in him, and I have a boyfriend. Does it matter if you have a boyfriend or not? It doesn't matter whether you have a boyfriend or not when you steal someone's husband. Huh? What if you have a boyfriend? Do you have any proof that you're not playing with other guys? That's too suspicious. You know, normally you won't play with other guys. You seem to be in a hurry, but it's not like he dumped you, right? That's... You're right. I was dumped. He told me he wants to get divorced. It's your fault. How can you make it up? So you think I'm the one who's having an affair with him? It's okay. I'll give him. So just make sure you pay the compensation. Then I'll forgive you. Whether you forgive me or not, the reason why he wants to divorce you is not necessarily because of an affair. Even if it's cheating, I have nothing to do with it. Can you leave me alone? He sent you texts. Of course you have something to do with this. Pay me the compensation. $10,000. Huh? Don't make me laugh. I'm not obligated to pay it. What? You've got to be kidding. You should be sorry. I don't understand. I have nothing to be sorry for. If you don't want to pay me, then I have a plan. Whatever. You'll see. Did you see the garden I decorated for you? Isn't it nice? Did you throw raw eggs in my yard? I told you that I had a plan. I did it for you. What a despicable thing to do. This isn't just my house. My family lives here. My grandmother loves that garden. You can't do that. It's not something a proper adult would do. If you want me to stop, why don't you just pay me the compensation? Are you poor? I'm sure I don't have any money to pay you. It's the money I don't need to pay, and I don't want to waste money. Fine. You want more? Sure thing. What are you going to do this time? You're not thinking of something weird again, are you? I don't know. Spend your time with the thrill of what's going to happen. It's thrilling and fun, isn't it? I'll call the police if you keep talking like that. I think it's useless because the police can't be involved in civil affairs. Even so, it's a crime if you go too far. No matter how much you harass me, I'll never pay you. You stole my husband! Why don't you admit it? Because there is no crime to admit. I mean, if you're so suspicious of Daniel's cheating, shouldn't you be looking for that woman? I'm an outsider. I don't care about him anymore. I just want the compensation too. So why don't you ask the real cheater for that fee? Get on track. It's too much trouble to find out. I just want to be paid. Huh? Melody, you're not hurt by the fact that he cheated on you, but you're completely after the money, right? It's none of your business. It doesn't matter to you. Then don't contact me. Can I go now?
I don't want to spend my time doing this. Don't text me. Huh? Wait a minute. I still have things to tell you. Hey! After this, I ignored all of Melody's messages. I had nothing to say to such a crazy person. Then, a few days later, she came to my house and yelled at me directly. I immediately called the police and had her taken away because she was causing trouble to my neighbors and my family. I thought that if the police got involved, she would stop. But since then, I have received malicious letters in my mailbox and various harassments. I couldn't take it anymore, so I decided to find a way to defeat her and brought into action. Hey, don't ignore me forever. Pay the compensation, you thief. I was going to ask you for $10,000, but you're late, so I'll have you pay me $20,000. Think of it as delayed interest. You really love money. Speechless. Huh? What? I just thought you are small-minded. You're like a child. What's with that attitude? If you have time to talk like that, just pay it. You're the one who has to pay. I know everything. What do you mean? You haven't broken up with Daniel, but you're already having an affair with another guy. You're also cheating on him. Huh? And that guy is quite rich. You're dating for money again. I don't think that's a good idea. How do you know all that? I just happened to see when you were walking with a guy holding hands, so I did a little research. You didn't notice it at all, right? If I tell this to Daniel, he'll probably charge you the compensation. Don't do anything unnecessary. You're disgusting. And besides, he tried to fancy you, so that's cheating, right? The only thing he said through text was that he wanted to break up with you, so I don't think you can count it as cheating. That's not fair! You're the one who's not fair. I don't know what to say. Also, that guy has a wife, so I'm sure you may be charged by her too. I think you should be prepared. Huh? You're such a vicious bitch! But I don't care if they charge me. Oh, really? Why? Because my boyfriend is crazy about me and has lots of money, so I'll have him pay for me. He listens to everything I say. Too bad. I'll file a claim for slander. Which part was slander? I really don't understand you. Hey, please! Sarah, help me! Answer me! What is it? I'm in trouble! James betrayed me. James? Oh, your boyfriend? Later on, Daniel and James' wife charged me compensation. I bet. I knew that would happen. I asked James to pay them, but he refused. Oh, I thought he'd listen to anything you say. He said he was just flirting with me and his wife is important after all. That guy. Can't it be helped? Don't say that. Help me somehow. Why should I? I don't understand. Because you exposed his wife and Daniel about me, and this is what happened. I did unblock Daniel and told him everything, but I didn't do anything with that wife. I mean, I don't know her. How can I reach her? Then how did she find out? Don't ask me. I have nothing to do with it. Anyway, now that it's been found out, you'll have to pay the compensation. I approached him for money, and I don't want my money to be taken away from me. I don't want to pay. That's what happens when you have a dirty mind like that. It's your own fault. Then at least try to convince Daniel. I don't care how you do it. If you explain that it was a misunderstanding, I'm sure he'll understand. You're his ex-girlfriend, so it's okay, right? I can't. You'd better learn by now. And don't ever get involved with me again. I'll block you. Please, wait!
I don't want to lose my money or my man. I immediately blocked Melody's number. I don't want to get involved in something I don't even know. After that, I lived peacefully for a few weeks. But one day, I received a call from Daniel saying that Melody had run away and would not pay him the compensation. This time, Melody got into trouble unilaterally, but I haven't forgiven Daniel. So I told him it was none of my business and blocked him again. What are these people? I heard that she had ran away, so I thought she had gone to some distant town. But the other day, I found a miserable Melody peeking under a vending machine. She had turned into a completely different person. I was lucky to be able to take revenge unexpectedly.
I can't believe I'm meeting Monica the Slowpoke here. What a coincidence. What do you want? Don't you dare call me Slowpoke, Ursula. I didn't know you worked for such a big company. Did you use any connections? Well, your family is poor, so I don't think you can do that. Maybe the hiring manager made a mistake when he decided to hire you? Is there any reason you can't tell anyone about how you managed to enter the company? I know our HR is supposed to be good, but I have no idea who's in charge now. Let me check it out. There's definitely some kind of mistake. The person in charge now is an excellent person. After all, he hired me. He's good at selecting talented people. I must say, I doubt that. Anyway, what can I do for you? I still have work to do. You're still as stupid as ever. Why are you still working overtime until late hours? I thought you've improved yourself to be a better person. Seems like you haven't changed a bit since the last time we met. I'm working on a project that's going to be the centerpiece of our newly launched entertainment division. I'm busy with the preparation. I'm sorry, but I don't have time to deal with you. You were hired because we need help in this department, right? No, they chose me because they think I'm good at what I do. I was able to finish my work on time, so I don't do overtime work. You can't finish your job on time. That's why you have to work overtime. It's normal for you to go home early. You're still new, so there's not much you can do to help. You should take it easy while you still can. Huh? Are you trying to bully me just because you're more senior than me? What are you talking about? I'm much better than you. Then hurry up and join the force. We're short-handed. I'd appreciate it if you joined the force. What? Don't act like a big shot. That's what I've always hated about you. You're just another rookie, aren't you? I've been here for over 10 years. I can do most of the work in this company. You haven't been promoted after 10 years anyway. I'm sure that I'm going to move up the ladder before you. You'll become my subordinate, and I'll just let you do all the job. Oh, maybe I should fire you instead. All those titles and positions are just distractions to me. People who can do the job can do it without those things. There it is, the standard excuse for people who can't get ahead. Poor people who can't do their jobs properly. You're always making excuses for your life, aren't you? I'm too busy to deal with your childish talk. I'd rather just focus on work than dealing with your nonsense blabbering. I do have something to do. By the way, you're talking so friendly to the director, weren't you? I'm sure that you're just trying to look good in front of him. Tom and I have known each other for a long time. You have no right to interfere with my social life. It's none of your business. You really don't have any common sense, do you? You should talk politely to your supervisor. You've been working for me for 10 years, and you don't even know how to behave? For your information, Tom is not my supervisor. I don't belong to any department, so I have neither supervisor nor subordinate. Then you're just some sort of helper, right? That position really suits you well. You're really incompetent anyway. Don't tell me that you're planning to win the heart of the director.
Huh? What are you talking about? I think you misunderstood that.
It's impossible for a lazy, ugly woman like you to be with a charming man like our director. I don't want to see you cry over a broken heart. The director is still young and he's good looking too. You have to be a smart girl like me to be a match for him.
Just tell me what you want from me, okay?
Why don't you give me Tom's contact information? You two seem to get along well together. You know how much I like him, don't you?
I know, but I can't tell you. It's private information. It's a breach of privacy if I tell you his number without his permission. And if you're so confident about yourself, why don't you ask him directly?
Are you going to pick a fight with me, Monica? You're afraid that I'll take him away from you, right? You don't have to hide it from me. Oh, I got it. You're planning to approach him too, aren't you? I don't think you should do that.
I can't just give out people's personal information because of my position.
What's your position when you're just doing unimportant chores? You're so bossy. You are also incompetent.
You know what? I'm really busy at the moment. I don't have time for this nonsense.
What do you mean by nonsense? Do you think it's okay to treat me rudely like that? If you make me your enemy, you'll end up in the same situation as when we were in middle school.
You really haven't changed. I've been working hard ever since I entered the workforce. Don't you dare to destroy what I've worked so hard to build up.
Then don't disobey me. You must do what you're told.
I can't obey you. Even if we're colleagues, I can't divulge personal information. You may see each other at work, so why don't you ask him directly? I'm sure Tom would be surprised when he gets a message from someone he doesn't know.
He doesn't spend much time at the office because he seems to be busy. He was at the office today, but for some reason, he's only talking to you. That's why I'm asking you.
We're just talking about business matters. Besides, he's supposed to be in the office tomorrow morning.
How the hell do you know his schedule? Are you stalking him? That's scary.
I know his schedule because we're working on the project together.
Why don't you just do what you're told to, Monica? That's enough. I'll ask him directly. Don't interrupt me. I'll charge you for some money if you dare to talk to Tom tomorrow.
I told you, I need to talk to Tom since it's necessary. If we don't, we won't be able to work smoothly. For your information, I'm not trying to get in your way.
What I say is absolute.
Are you done talking? I need to go back to work.
You piss me off every time, ugly woman. I'm going to make you regret what you did to me. I saw you. I warned you yesterday. You interrupted me again, didn't you? You need to pay me some money as a punishment for that. It was $10 in middle school, but since we're adults now, it's $100. You talked to Tom 3 times today, so you must pay $300.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
If you don't bring it tomorrow, you'll regret it.
I really don't get it. Please, explain to me.
Are you so stupid that you can't even understand such a simple thing? You'll be ignored by everyone, just like when you were in middle school. Looks like you haven't grown up yet.
Seriously, I don't know what you're talking about.
I've already done the preparation.
Today, you were gathering with some of the part-timers. Were you talking about that?
You guessed it. They listen to everything I say. I'm sure the rumor will soon spread.
Well, even though you're new, you're a full-time employee, so maybe those part-timers will listen to you.
That's right. You must bring $300 if you don't want to be ignored by all the employees.
Are you blackmailing me? Ursula, we're already over 30 years old now. Let's not act like teenagers.
You'll always be the same as you were then. People have their own status. You are now a company worker, so you should know that. The status won't change forever. Well, seems that you haven't changed at all. You're just the same as you were back then. That's right. I'm better than you, and I'll always be. You can say whatever you want. I've got work to do. I'm not done talking yet. What did you say to Tom? Tell me immediately. I didn't say anything. What? I don't think so. He refused to exchange contact information with me. He told me to use the company chatting app to contact him. There's no way I would have been treated badly like that. Well, that's a normal response. If it's a work-related contact, that's all you need to do. Then why do you have his contact information? You must have asked him for it anyway, right? Jeez, you're such a pain in the ass, Ursula. Let me tell you the truth then. Tom is my husband. Huh? That can't be true. Stop lying to me. Maybe you'll just drown in your own fantasy since it's too tough for you to live in reality. Poor Monica. I'm sorry, but it's true. Your last name is different. You can't fool me with that lie, stupid girl. It's not at all unusual to use your maiden name at work even after marriage. If people around you know, it might interfere with your work. We only told a few people that we're married. It's also strange to call your husband with his family name at work, even though both of you are married. That's what I call him before we got married. Besides, I don't think it's right to call him by his first name at work. I don't believe you. Even if it's true, you're the one who's undermining me. It's true, and I'm not undermining you. Poor Tom! But I'm going to save him. I'm going to take him away from you for sure. I'll make you regret that you have turned me into your enemy for the rest of your life. I don't think you can do that. Well, feel free to give it a try if you want to. That's none of my business. I'm going to make you feel as if you were living in hell. Hey, I was suddenly told I was fired. What did you do? We don't need employees who don't work. You got carried away even though it's only your probationary period. The HR person who hired you will be demoted too. I can't believe that the HR person hired you just because you were flirting with him. That's disgusting. You don't have that kind of authority just because you're the director's wife. I know that you were just spreading bad rumors about me. You're the one who told them to get me fired, didn't you? That's what you would do. That's your way of dealing with problems, right? Geez, you really haven't changed at all. You're so childish and naive, just like when we were still in middle school. You asked the director to fire me, didn't you? You're using your husband's authority. Shame on you. I'm going to sue you. Tom doesn't have that kind of authority because I made all the decisions. You're just a person who's responsible for unimportant tasks. There's no way you could do such a thing. Are you even paying attention to the way people around you treat me? Well, I think it's hard for you to understand that since your intelligence level has stopped at middle school and not improving, you always think of yourself only. You're talking friendly to the director because you're married to him, right? What about the section chief and the assistant manager? Didn't you notice that they all use honorifics form whenever they talk to me? Who the heck are you? I'm the founder and owner of this company, but I'm still young and I want to be on the front lines, so I have hired a different person as the CEO. I didn't tell the new employees about this because I don't want them to be distracted from the work. No kidding! I can't believe you! There are a lot of companies like that these days. Most listed companies started from a small company. I started my company when I was a college student. At first, it was an online marketing business. We've been able to ride the currents of the times and even own our own building in the last 10 years, partly by luck. How can you do that if you're so stupid? How is that possible? You're lying to me. I'm not lying. Up until middle school, I couldn't concentrate on my studies because you were bullying me. But once I entered high school and was free from you, I was able to study while having fun. I won't admit it. That's a lie. I don't need your approval. I'm not an employee anymore. But I'm surprised when I heard that you're joining us. Well, thanks to you, I now know that HR is corrupt. You've been a benefit to us. Well, if that's the case, can you cancel my job termination notice? I apologize for everything I've done. Please, forgive me. I don't want to lose my job. No, I can't. You were hired illegally from the beginning. Besides, you haven't been doing your job at all. On top of that, you've been threatening my part-timers. I heard all about it. I don't want to get fired. This company pays well, so I just moved to a place with a higher rent fee. I even bought a Hermes bag on loan. I won't be able to pay it. I don't care because it's your own fault. Besides, why did you decide to get a loan that big when you're still in your probationary period? Well, since it's you, I'm sure you faked the length of your working period. That's a crime, you know. I apologize for everything. Forgive me for what I've done in middle school. Please, you're my childhood friend, aren't you? You're not my childhood friend. I've never considered you as a friend of mine. You don't either, do you? That's not true. I've always thought of you as my best friend. Don't give up on your best friend. Please, I'll do anything. Help me. I still have work to do, so I don't have time to deal with you. I'll block you from now on. Bye. Oh no! Please, forgive me. Help me. Don't leave me. Hey, Monica! According to the rumor, Ursula was desperately looking for a job, but she couldn't find any. She ended up working at a nightclub while paying off her loan. On the other hand, my company has been able to improve the corruption in the HR department that was exposed in this case, and the shortage of employee has also been resolved. We are now able to acquire talented employees, and our business performance is on the upswing.
Guess who I am? Yes, who is this? I don't accept advertising messages. Are you serious? Don't you get it? How could you forget about me? It's me, Poppy. Poppy, is that you? I remember now. I didn't expect you to contact me. How have you been? I can't believe it took you so long to remember. Your memory is as bad as ever. I can't believe you forgot the most beautiful girl in our grade. No one has ever forgot about me before. I remember you, Poppy. How did you get my number? Well, I know that you won't forget me. Are you surprised when you got a message from the most popular girl in school? It's an honor, right? I mean, it's an honor, but it was so sudden. By the way, who gave you my contact information? You're being unfriendly. You should be more impressed or overwhelmed that I contacted you. I'm impressed. Just answer my question, okay? You're still a boring woman as ever. I asked Sarah. Seems like you're still hanging out with the same old dweebs. I'm not impressed. Sarah? Yes, we get along well. I chose the person whom I want to get along with, and it's none of your business. So, what do you want from me? Well, don't rush me. You should show me how glad you are to talk to me. Joy should be expressed to the fullest. Thank you, Poppy. I'm glad you called. Yes, just like that. I have an important announcement to make. We're having a reunion next week. Next week? At this time of year? Oh, let's not do that. We're not supposed to go out, right? That only applies when you're attending unimportant events. The reunion doesn't fall under that category. It's an important event. What? I don't get it. Are you out of your mind? I'm the one who asked you to get together. It's going to be an important gathering. After all, I'm the most beautiful girl in our grade. Are you serious? We're in a serious situation right now, and you still want to have the reunion? Wow, I'm amazed with your bravery. Looks like you haven't changed at all. Thank you for your compliment. I love being praised. I'm often told I'm amazing. Yeah, I know that. I don't think what I just said to you was a compliment. I understand that you're just too shy to admit that you just gave me a compliment. Don't be shy, Marissa. We're having a reunion next Sunday, so you'll have to attend. You can't tell me that you won't go. I told you that we shouldn't gather now. It's not a good timing to do that. I know, of course. So this time we're having a reunion with just the 5 of us. I had a hard time choosing the members. That's not what I meant. Right now you need to keep a distance from people. Do you understand that? Of course, it's common sense. But it's not forbidden to have dinner with family members. It won't be a problem if it's just for a few hours. What are you talking about? We're not family, are we? Stop kidding me. I think we are like a family because we've been together since high school, right? Oh, really? I haven't heard from you since graduation. Has it been that long? I'm sorry I made you feel lonely. I won't leave you alone anymore. If you missed me so much, you should have told me sooner. Geez, I don't think you understand about what I'm trying to tell you. By the way, why did you suddenly decide to have a reunion? That's the thing. Listen to me. I bumped into Edward the other day. I realized that we were meant to be with each other. What do you mean? I don't think I understand what you're talking about. He seemed busy that day, but he told me to meet him next time. I realized that he wanted a chance to meet me too. Well, I think he was trying to be polite to you. You're being too optimistic. Of course not. Edward has been in love with me since high school. I guess he thought I was too hard to get, so he didn't confess his love to me. You really are a silly girl. In short, are you telling me you want a reunion because you want to meet Edward? No, he's the one who wants to meet me. I failed to get his contact information. I'm having Sarah to contact him. Why did you invite me then? I don't think it has anything to do with me. I wonder why you can't understand such a simple thing. Without you, I wouldn't stand out, would I? Seriously? You have always been my perfect foil. A beautiful woman like me needs a friend like that, right? I can't believe that you're still a brazen as ever. I'm so impressed by your attitude. I can't make it next week. I'm sorry. Why not? You can't just refuse my invitation like that. You have no right to do that. Oh, I get it. You don't want to see me because you've gained so much weight, haven't you? That must be the main reason. You're just a foil to me anyway. You don't have to worry about that. Oh, you're right. I may have gained weight. Awesome. Then you'll have to come. Promise me that you'll come. I'm looking forward to it. Wait a minute. I really can't. Since Poppy wasn't replying to my message, I asked Sarah to let her know that I'm not coming to the reunion, and yet Poppy sent me an outrageous message again. Finally, we'll meet each other tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Don't forget that you're my foil. That's what you're good at. Hey, didn't Sarah tell you about that? I thought she told you I can't go. Did she? I didn't know about that. I really can't go tomorrow. I just can't. How is that possible? I'm not going to let you refuse my invitation. By the way, what about the others? Can they come? Of course. I'm the one who invited them. How could they refuse? Oh, I see. Wait a minute. You don't want to attend because you've gained weight? You don't have to worry about that. Yes, I've gained weight, but that's not the problem. What's the difference? You just don't want to attend because of your appearance. No matter if you're fat or not, you're not even pretty. No one can change that fact, and I feel sorry for you. Whatever. I'm busy. Can we end this conversation now? I don't have time to deal with you. Hey, how many pounds have you gained? I think I gained 17 pounds. No kidding! I can't stop laughing. Then I want to see you even more. I'll be on time tomorrow, so don't be late. I can't go. You have to understand that. I can't make it tomorrow, no matter how hard I try. You called me even after Sarah said I can't go. Didn't you? I know that. Sarah, oh, that introverted girl. She's married and she's so cheeky. I can't let her get ahead of me, can I? Don't be rude, Poppy. Everyone deserves their own happiness. Sarah got married to a wonderful guy. She doesn't deserve to get married. Hold on a sec. Who do you think you are that you can just say whatever you want? I'm Poppy, the most popular girl at school. I was also the most beautiful girl in my grade. I deserve to get married with a nice guy and live a happy life. I'm sorry, I have to leave now. Wait a minute, I'm not done talking yet. If you don't show up tomorrow, I'll cut ties with you. I'm honestly exhausted from dealing with Poppy since she's being so persistent. Frankly speaking, it's a big nuisance for me. I was in a state where I had to leave quickly, so I just ignored her. Then, as expected, I was bombarded with messages every day. Are you kidding me? I've been trying to reach you. You should at least read my messages. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I told you I don't have time to hang out with you. What have you been doing for a week? Tell me you're sorry for not coming to the reunion. I can't believe you didn't even give me a call. You're such a pain in the ass, Poppy. I'm going to cut ties with you. I want you to stay out of my life. You're being cocky, huh? Don't you dare talk to me like that, Marissa. Who the hell do you think you are? Me? Someone's wife? Someone's wife? Are you kidding me? You don't even have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm sure you don't. You don't have to tell me that. If you even manage to get a boyfriend, I'm going to walk upside down. Really? I love to see you doing that. Of course, it's not true. I mean, it's just impossible for you to get a boyfriend. You should apologize for what you said to me. What? Didn't Sarah tell you? I'm married. I told you to stop joking, didn't I? Stop saying lies. You don't have to pretend about your life. It's true. Why don't you believe me? Don't be silly. You must apologize to me properly. You aren't pretty and you also have put on extra 17 pounds. I think you've finally lost your mind. What a pity. I think I have an average appearance. You have no right to insult me, Poppy. It's okay. You don't have to argue about that. I know that you're embarrassed with your appearance. I mean, I think it's important for a woman to look good. If you're beautiful like me, you'll get all the benefits. Unfortunately, you're not as pretty as me. I must say that God is unfair. Poor you. I don't think so. You just need to admit it, Marissa. We're all adults now. You don't have to hide your thoughts. I'm telling you the truth anyway. Huh? What are you talking about? You're just trying to look good in front of me, aren't you? I'm sorry about the reunion. Did Sarah tell you about that? Yes, she said no one could make it. I'm sorry to hear that. That's because you didn't show up. I've told you to come multiple times. Just because you're unhappy, it doesn't give you the right to interfere with my happiness. I don't think it's my fault. I think you're mistaken about me being unhappy. Listen, Poppy, I don't know what you're thinking, but you're married, right? Did you know Edward is married too? Yes, I'm married. I don't think that matters. Are you trying to have an affair with Edward? Cheating? I wouldn't do such a barren thing. Edward and I just married the wrong person. We should just break up with our partners and start a new life together. So you want to remarry? Let me ask you a very basic question. Did Edward ever told you that he likes you? He doesn't need to tell me that. There's no man who wouldn't love a beautiful woman like me. You are such a silly girl, Marissa. Don't you think that you're just imagining things? Of course not. How could it be? It's just that right now the wheels of fate are turning. It's romantic, isn't it? Romantic, huh? Unlike you, I've been through a lot. I can feel it in my bones. You've never experienced it, so you have no idea about that. Well, you've been married 3 times anyway. I don't even want to know. How did you find out? Oh well, I don't care. Yes, there were so many I couldn't choose just one. So I married them off one at a time to be fair. It's tough being born as a beautiful woman. I see, that's great. You're so dull. Did you just now realize how great I am? Of course not. I've known you for a long time. You say it's fate or something, but you're just being too confident. Are you making fun of me? You're just jealous. Will you calm down and listen to me? Edward is married to me. That's the truth. What? Are you stupid? Have you lost your mind? You don't want to believe it, do you? That I'm Edward's wife. I tried to tell you the other day, but then you hung up on me without permission. You're kidding, right? There must be some mistake. Are you trying to set me up? Are you jealous because I'm pretty? No, that's not true. I can't believe you. I told you it's true, Poppy. You've been in love with Edward the whole time. I don't believe you. Don't say weird things. You're harassing me because you're jealous. Fine. I'll ask Edward directly then. Give me his number. I'll have to ask him. I can't just tell you without his permission. See? I knew it. You're lying. Okay, I'll ask him when he comes home tonight. I don't think he'll allow me to do that, so don't get your hopes up. I'll let you know tomorrow. I won't forgive you if you're lying. You're so late, Marissa. I've had enough. You told me that you'll let me know. Good morning. I didn't know that you're an early bird, Poppy. I've been waiting for you since last night. You couldn't call me because you lied to me, right? It's heartbreaking, isn't it? You and Edward. I shudder in disgust just thinking about it. I'm so busy in the morning. I was going to call you later. I told Edward about it, but he said no. I told you not to get your hopes up, didn't I? That's unbelievable. I can't trust you. You really are a brazen woman. Edward asked me to go out with him. How could I refuse? You're such a liar. I'm not lying. What should I do to make you believe me then? If you let me see him, I'll believe you. Okay then, just give me a minute. I'll ask him. Sorry to keep you waiting, but he said he can talk during his lunch break today. Well done. You did a great job asking him. That's exactly what I wanted you to do for me. Do you know where his company is? I'll send you a map later. Thank you. I can finally meet him. I'm sure that he'll be happy. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm sorry that I'm the only one who's happy, not you. Never mind. You should talk to him directly. I'm sure you'll understand everything. Thank you. We need to talk about our future. I've got to divorce that useless husband of mine. I can't slow down. Don't be hasty. Just think about that after you meet Edward. What are you talking about? I don't get it. You know what they say, the sooner the better. I'm going to write the divorce papers and file them right away. Maybe that's a little hasty. Can you just stay out of my life? Yeah, okay. I don't care what happens. Bye then. My husband Edward decided to meet Poppy. Soon after meeting with my husband, I thought I would get a message from Poppy, but I didn't hear anything from her since then. I got worried, so I decided to contact her that evening. Did you meet with Edward? I wonder if you understood the situation. Why? I can't believe this is really happening. He wasn't even happy when he saw me. He said I was annoying. He also told me that he has a baby now. The only reason I couldn't go to the reunion was because I went into labor. Sarah told me about you. I didn't think you were really married. Was I being deceived? I didn't deceive anyone. All I've said was the truth. I've written the divorce papers. What should I do now? You should take the responsibility of this. That's your own responsibility. I told you, you were being too hasty. I stopped you, didn't I? You didn't get it that way. The way you said it was wrong. My husband said he'd ask for alimony. What? Your husband? But you didn't cheat on him, did you? I did twice when we were still married. Oh, I guess you have no choice then. You deserve that anyway. I want to contact my husband, but I can't reach him. What am I supposed to do now? You will be happy and I'll be unhappy. It's just too much to bear. I can't take it anymore. So you're saying that it's okay for people to be unhappy, but you want yourself to be happy. What a selfish woman you are. Yes, as long as I'm happy, that's all that matters. If only you wouldn't exist, I'd be happy. I'm so shocked. Are you serious? Of course I am. Did it sound like a lie? Poppy, you should really think about what you're doing. Do you realize how much you've hurt people? Well, I don't think you do. You've been hurting my feelings since a long time ago. What's the point of saying that now? I was hoping that one day you'd understand, but it looks like I was just wasting my time dealing with you. I'm sure your husband has been hurt a lot too. I don't care about that. I'm done with you. I'll forgive you if you're truly sorry for what you did, but I will consider suing you if you continue to behave like this. I think you and your husband need to have a talk first. Sue me? I haven't done anything wrong. What you're doing is contempt. Both Edward and I are lawyers, and we can get you set up in a minute. Contempt? Is that a crime? What do you mean? Of course it's a crime. For contempt, you'll be in jail for less than 30 days. Wait, am I going to get caught? Are you kidding me? I'm not. Oh, by the way, you've been writing all this stuff about me on social media, haven't you? I don't remember that. Don't play dumb with me. You wrote things like I'm a woman who can't get married, or that I'm stalking you because I'm too unpopular. You wrote things on your timeline that weren't true, and you even posted a picture of me on your timeline. I'd rather sue you for defamation. Oh, wait! There's no need to be so angry. It's just a joke. I hate it when people can't take a joke. You've gone too far. It's not a joke. Defamation is punishable by imprisonment. It's a bit excessive, don't you think? I'll erase them from my timeline. That'll solve everything. I've already got the evidence. Edward is furious. He says he'll never forgive you. Is that so? Oh my God, what should I do? I'm sorry. Do you think you can solve everything just by apologizing? I'm gonna delete everything in my timeline now. Please don't put me in prison. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I apologize. I'm terribly sorry. You still don't get it, do you? I'm so disappointed. Defamation is punishable by up to 3 years in prison. Take some time to cool down. You need to reflect on what you've done to yourself. No, please, I'll do anything. Hey, why won't you answer me? Help me, please. I won't do it again. How can I get you to forgive me? Marissa, please. Do you want to be sued for violating the anti-nuisance ordinance too? Please don't do that. After that, Poppy stopped contacting me. She asked her ex-husband to annul the divorce, but she was divorced because she was caught cheating on her ex-husband. The previous divorces were all caused by her affairs. The amount of alimony was outrageous. She thought it was impossible to pay it back by herself. She tried to get married to a wealthy man, but all of them didn't work out. She ended up getting a night job to pay back the money. I felt sorry for her, so I decided not to sue her. I'm living a happy life with my child and my kind husband. I'm going to protect her happiness at all costs. Two years ago, I remarried my current husband. My ex-husband thought it would be easy to have a child if we got married. And when I couldn't have a child even after a year, he called me an infertile woman. After that, he repeatedly cheated on me. I was secretly preparing for divorce, and when I was ready, I went to a lawyer. My ex-husband wanted to marry his girlfriend, and I wanted to divorce him as soon as possible. So we both agreed to get divorced, but... Kathleen. Oh, Ryan, it's been a while. What's up? What is that? What are you talking about? Facebook. Oh, what about it? I didn't know you were on Facebook. I just started, and then I found your account. What the hell is that? I said, what are you talking about? You had a baby? I mean, why didn't you tell me you got married? Why should I? We've been divorced for 3 years now. We're strangers. You should. We'd been together for years. Don't call us strangers. I don't care if you remarry or not. Ugh, right. That's what I didn't like about you. You always act like you have nothing to do with it. Seriously, I should have never married you. All the time we spent together, even a few years, was a waste. How dare you say that when you didn't care about me while we were married? You divorced and then quickly remarried. So why don't you just focus on your own family? No way. I saw on Facebook and it looks like you remarried within a year after the divorce. You were connected to your current husband before you got divorced, weren't you? Ha ha ha, I knew you'd say that. You're so simple. Huh? What's so simple? Don't think me as you, okay? You wanted to marry your girlfriend so badly that you waited all the time for me to divorce you, right? So you think I was doing the same thing, huh? You really are simple-minded or you lack imagination. That's not true. If the person who cheated asks to get divorced, there will be a big fight and it would be very difficult to get divorced, huh? That's why you waited until I couldn't take it anymore and wanted to divorce you no matter what. For 3 years. Oh yeah, whatever. Otherwise, who would like to stay married with an infertile woman for 3 years, having sex with her that I don't want to? You were an infertile woman, but I wanted kids, so I made a new girlfriend. But I still had sex with you twice a month, which I didn't want to because I thought we might have a baby. A sex that doesn't feel good, feel nothing. You're an infertile woman plus a bitch who don't do anything during sex. You son of a bitch. That's how you felt? Wow. I mean, how can you say so many specific bad things about me after 3 years? You're wasting so much brain capacity on useless things. So the rest of it is so naive. Shut up. I married you because I wanted kids. You yourself are a good-looking, smart CPA and raised by a fine family. You met all the requirements to be the mother of my children, and guess what? We tried to make a kid, but you never seemed to be able to have one. Meanwhile, you get old and the eggs deteriorates. Oh, so that's why you had an affair with a young, beautiful, talented girl. Well, yeah, of course. I was seeing a bunch of girls just to find the best genes. Isn't that a natural male instinct? It sounds better if you say so, but I'm not sure if it's a rational human behavior. So what? It took time, but we were able to get divorced. You didn't ask for anything else. I was going to remarry immediately and have a child with my young wife. And yet, I have a child and you don't. I see. That's why you were in such a hurry to get in touch with me. I wondered why, but it makes sense now. I thought you were an infertile woman. You lied to me, didn't you? Huh? Why would I do that? I can't think of any other reason. It has to be it. We had sex twice a month for 3 years. Twice a week at the most. I made time in my busy schedule to have sex with you, even though you had no approach. It's funny how that infertile woman had a baby as soon as she got remarried. You were actually on birth control when you were with me, weren't you? You made fun of me. What's wrong with you? I heard there are contraceptives that women can use besides condom. You didn't want to have my baby, so you wore it secretly. You're too overthinking. No way. You would lie, of course. Or a contraceptive pill? You didn't want kids that badly? You know what? I did want to have kids too. That's why I never used contraceptive things or refused to have sex in the first place, right? I don't know. Maybe you just wanted to feel good. I've got the best technique in the world, you know. What's with that confidence? Don't worry, you're so bad at it. What? You were so bad at it that I had to endure it. It was more like a painful time than a pleasurable one. What do you mean? You say yourself as sadist and you force a woman to be masochist. But you're not aggressive enough. I don't get wet and it hurts. And you could only stand it for a few minutes. and it will finish in 15 minutes. How can I feel good? What? You're just insensitive. Don't blame it on me. The other girls don't say anything, and my wife, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. She can't tell you if she wants to. She's not like you, using Facebook, Instagram. She's not a bitch like you. She's more modest. Whatever. Then why did you start Facebook? You've always been too lazy to do it, and what are you up to now? Everyone around me were using it, so I thought I'd give it a try, nothing special. Is that so? You were using Tinder at that time. Just because you can't have any kids, aren't you doing the same thing all over again? You're already old. I'm amazed. Don't talk nonsense. It's none of your business. Huh? It's a big deal. Ryan, what does my occupation say on my Facebook? Huh? Smith, CPA firm. What's this? My current husband is also a CPA. That's why we started our own firm. So? I don't know if you're trying to show me off how much you make money, but I don't really care. I guess a woman like you, who's like a nerd and has no charm, is better suited to a man like that. Yeah, you're perfect for each other. Thank you very much, and your wife is coming over to my place for a part-time. What? What are you talking about? She doesn't have any qualifications. Why is she working for you? My current wife works for my ex-wife? Are you kidding me? I don't understand. I know it's hard to become a CPA, but she's taking the exam and trying to pass all subjects. She's great. She studies on her own. I think she's going to pass all the subjects this year. Huh? For what? I haven't heard a single thing from her. That's how little you see of her. It's exactly the same as when you were with me. To begin with, it's extravagant for a nearly 40-years-old man to take a 22-year-old college student as his wife and want to have kids with her. An old man who gets a college student involved in an affair. It's gross. Gross? It's natural that young women fall for guys who are in their 40s. Natural? You're trying to justify yourself in a way that I don't understand, and that's exactly what gross means. Don't say I'm gross. I'm hot. Don't make me laugh. She said you tricked her. I tricked her? She came all the way over to your ex-wife's place. She must have been really pissed off at me. She asked me to pay you back the property division and give you back the apartment. You told her that I stole all of your property division, and that I took your apartment? I guess that's what you had to say. You spent so much money on girls that your savings were empty. We had to share our savings after we get married, but you didn't share them at all. You were a man who was having an affair and playing around with other girls, and you said you didn't need to divide the property, and now you're saying I have to share the money I earned? No matter where you look in the world, no one will accept that. I mean, we were supposed to share the property, but you couldn't, so I had to use my savings. And you lied about the apartment that belonged to me, saying that it was yours and I stole it? It's a fact that you kicked me out. Yes. I worked hard for this house and I paid the entire mortgage with my own money. And you just came to my house and said, lucky me, I don't have to find for a house. You were lucky to be married by me when you were 30 years old and had no one else to be chosen, huh? If you had stayed like that, you would have been single, poor, and lonely for the rest of your life. You were a sellout and I took you in. You should be grateful. No, I could have married someone else even if you hadn't found me. I'm different from you. I was just prioritizing my career as a CPA. Don't talk big to me like a man who used something and could only get a college student who knew nothing by tricking her. That's why you're getting dumped by women again. Being dumped? You haven't noticed? Noticed what? She's been preparing for over a year. Huh? Preparing? I don't get it. There's no way I'm getting dumped. My wife is in love with me. You seriously haven't noticed? She's preparing to get divorced. What? Why would she think so? Well, if you're chasing girls on Facebook and Instagram, you wouldn't notice. You're not paying attention to her at all. Like I said before, she's trying to become a CPA, and she has been thinking about it since she was young. You have a good eye for women, but too bad. What's that? You're good looking until you get her, but after you get her, you become an asshole. And since you get a smart girl, she's not going to put up with your shit. She becomes an independent woman. In a way, you motivate people. Oh, but you're also a useless bug fucker. What? Watch out for your words, you infertile woman. I can dump that infertile woman who's only young and looks better than others. No money, no brains, bug fucker. Oh, no sperm? I do have them, like too much. Oh really? I thought you didn't because you have sex a lot but nothing happens. You can't keep letting them rot just because you have so many. If you're going to be so bossy, why don't you start by showing some results? You. On top of being a dickhead, you trick and cheat on people. And I heard you've been on a long business trip recently. She even told you about that? That big mouth. You can play as much as you want. She's also lucky to have a lot of time to prepare. Prepare? Prepare for what? Are you stupid? Did you hear me? To get divorced. Huh? With a CPA degree at that young age, getting a job is a piece of cake. She's from a good university, she's got excellent grades, and if she works hard, she can become a very profitable CPA. You're just a disappointing person. I feel sorry for you. She's going to make more money than you in no time. Also, it's only a matter of time before you get dumped. You really pissed me off. If you have time to be pissed off, be a smart person. Are you so stupid that you don't notice the changes in a wife you've been with for years? You can't be a parent for the rest of your life. Your kids won't choose you. Don't get carried away just because you could have kids. I can have a kid in no time. Don't get all condescending. I'm just telling you the truth. Why don't you worry about yourself instead? When are you coming home? Next week. Oh, maybe it's too late. What do you mean? The house might be empty. What? What do you mean by that? I think she's going to leave you. You know what? Huh? Don't underestimate women. What? We are stronger than a dickhead like you. Live in regret and spend the rest of your life alone. Well then. What do you mean? What did you say? Kathleen, hey. After that, Ryan came back from his business trip in a hurry and found out that the house was already empty. He found a letter regarding the divorce in the dining room. He called his wife immediately and shouted at her. But when she told him about the proof of his affair and deception and the lawyer I had prepared, he easily accepted the terms and signed the papers. 1 year later, she passed the CPA exam and now is working as a CPA at my firm. Ryan is still paying the property division in installments every month and he is looking for a new wife. And he wants to marry someone in her early 20s. He still has to pay millions of dollars, but when will it end? Will he have a wife by his side by then? In the first place, has he forgotten that he had a fertility test? He would be a fool to be satisfied with what he had undergone without knowing the result. When will he realize that he really is sterile?
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!